Hi everybody, in this morning video from City Insider, I will bring the latest Manchester City update. We'll start with Vitor Reis medical scheduled. City have been planning to bolster Pep Guardiola's small squad with defensive reinforcement in the January transfer window, with 18-year-old Reis emerging as one of their top targets. Last Friday, it was reported that Man City have had an offer of €40 million plus add-ons accepted by Lens for 20-year-old centre-back Abdulkadir Kusanov, who is soon expected to undergo a medical. The reigning Premier League champions have also submitted an offer for highly rated Brazilian Reis, as confirmed by Palmeiras president Leila Pereira. Speaking to TNT Sports Brazil, Pereira said, "There was an official proposal from Manchester City, but we're still negotiating. I will not talk about the amount, but there was a proposal that did not reach what Palmeiras wants. It's also important to clarify Vitor Reis was not for sale. We didn't put him on the market. We were approached by Man City due to the boy being different. I'm not in a hurry. Vitor still has a long contract. We're talking, and if we reach a value that's good for Palmeiras, for the athlete and for Manchester, Oklahoma. But for now, nothing has been decided." Man City were alleged to have failed with an opening offer for Reis, who was valued by Palmeiras at around €40 million, £33.5 million. However, journalist Fabrizio Romano now claims that a verbal agreement has been reached between both clubs for Reis to complete a transfer to the Etihad Stadium. Romano states that Man City have agreed a package under €40 million to sign Reis, and they are determined to bring the youngster in immediately. Described by Romano earlier this month as a key target for Man City, Reis is now set to undergo a medical and sign his contract as soon as both clubs complete the necessary documents for the transfer to go through. Reis was also wanted by Brighton Hove Albion this month, but they have since pulled out of the race for his signature, giving Man City a clear path to secure the services of one of South America's brightest prospects. Real Madrid wants Savinho. Real Madrid are set to test the waters this January with an offer for Man City ace, Savinho, a player his club say is untouchable, though he only has one goal in 17 appearances this season. Transfermarkt, the Brazilian has grown into his role under Pep Guardiola, and 6 assists isn't too shabby at this stage of the 2024-25 season. Sky Sports pundit, Micah Richards, is impressed by Savinho, and the 20-year-old's talent has Europe's best sitting up and taking notice. Sources close to court offside have indicated that both Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain have sent scouts to watch the player in recent weeks, during the matches against Leicester City and West Ham. It's understood that both clubs weren't disappointed by what they saw, with Los Blancos set to make a shock move for the player this month as a result. With Kyle Walker expected to leave Man City in this window, there's not too much likelihood that Pep Guardiola is also going to accede to Savinho's sales well, unless there becomes an issue with the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules coming into play. Indeed, sources have also advanced that Man City have absolutely no plans at this stage to sell the young talent. Club officials apparently see Savinho as untouchable and are very happy with his development to this point, making a transfer to either Real Madrid or PSG difficult. Savinho made a name for himself in La Liga whilst playing on loan at Girona. He was one of the shining lights at the Catalan club, and his form was a major reason why they were able to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in their history. Girona is, of course, owned by the City Group, so it was obvious that anyone showing the sort of form the Brazilian did was always going to be cherry-picked by the reigning Premier League champions. His performances continue to mesmerise the home crowd at the Etihad Stadium, and the fans will surely be hoping they get to see Savinho in their colours for a few years yet. Arne Slot sends Man City transfer warning. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot is refusing to rule Manchester City out of the Premier League title race as the champions prepare to splash the cash during this month's transfer window. City are presently a whopping 12 points adrift of Slot's leaders, having played a game more following a first half of the season hampered by injuries in defensive positions and a drop in form from key players. Pep Guardiola is expected to oversee a mini overhaul of his squad in the coming weeks, with City having already agreed a £33.5 million fee with Lens to sign USEB centre-back Abdulkadir Kusanov. They are also pushing to sign versatile Egypt attacker Omar Marmoush from Eintracht Frankfurt for around £50 million. Although Kyle Walker is close to agreeing a move to AC Milan, and despite Liverpool's commanding lead over the Etihad outfit, Slot is not discounting another trademark strong second half to the season from Guardiola's side. "You can never rule them out," said the Reds boss. "You can never rule City out, and you can never rule Pep Guardiola out. They are able to win a lot of games in a row, and then it all depends on the teams above them. Never rule City or Pep out, especially because if everything I read on Sky Sports every day, they are bringing in a completely new team. That is an extra reason to be aware that you can never rule them out." Asked if City's imminent strengthening will provide extra motivation for his Liverpool squad, Slot responded, "We don't need extra motivation. The motivation comes from ourselves. We are in a great position. If we need any motivation from someone else when we are in a position like this, then these players would not deserve to wear the shirt or to play at this club. They definitely do deserve this, so we don't need extra motivation to try as hard as we can." Pep breaks up with wife of 30 years. The Manchester City manager and his wife Christina Serra decided to end their marriage in December, the Barcelona-based sport outlet reported. They are said to have been living apart for 5 years, while Guardiola has worked in Manchester and Christina in Barcelona running her fashion company. Despite the breakup, relations are said to have remained cordial, stable and friendly. The pair are thought to have met when he was just 18, but they only married in 2014. They have 3 children, 2 daughters aged 24 and 17, and a son who is 22. As recently as January last year, Guardiola said that she was helping him pick his outfits to wear on the touchline. "My wife is the best in the world at many things, but especially in fashion," he told the Men in Blazers podcast. "So she says normally to me, don't wear this or wear that, so I follow her. I am smart enough to know that when people are much better than me, follow their advices, and hers is really good." Guardiola is arguably the best manager in modern football history. He has been Manchester City boss since 2016, winning 6 Premier League titles and the Champions League, among other trophies. This season has seen a dip in form and the club are unlikely to win the league again come May. He previously managed Bayern Munich and Barcelona, where he was also a legendary player. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.